Hi guys, I am John Carrick, author of Legacy of a Mad Scientist and The Legend of Ashley Fox. Today we are here looking at 100 Bullets 92, not many left now. And if you remember, at the end of the last issue, I believe it was 2 issues ago, Lono told Loop to kill Cole. And here we go, starting with this cover by Dave Johnson. Look, that's Jack and Cole. And someone on his knees under a tree about to get his brains blown out. Let's see who that is, huh? Now, one thing I have noticed is that this issue is supernatural. And I don't mean haunted like the show Supernatural. I mean, this particular episode, this issue, reads completely natural. No one's acting. No one's faking it. No one's phoning it in. The last few issues with Agent Graves as one of the central characters have felt forced, have felt fake, have felt unreal. This feels completely real. So let's see what happens here. Nice day, huh? What? I said it's a nice day. I heard ya. It's just... Why the fuck would you say that? The sun's out, the sky's blue, because it is. Can't I say it's a nice day if it's a goddamn nice day? Sure, I don't fucking care. It's just not like you to notice. Maybe I notice a lot of things I don't mention. Maybe you do. Pull off up here. This page, this one page, should be a poster on someone's wall. Black and white are colored. It's perfect. That last panel of Cole, wow. That looks like a real person. I wonder if Eduardo Risso has drawn his little brother as Cole, or as himself, because this is a face he knows well. Jack, too. All the characters in this book are magnificent. You know, we're both fucking Ronin now. You okay with that? I guess. No. I reacted. It was reflexes. The kid went for his gun. Yeah, he did. On your boss's order. Well, I didn't feel good about that. Thanks, by the way. Don't. I can't tell you I'm fucking grateful. Are you? I could have handled it myself. It's the thought that counts, though. You think you know what I'm thinking? I know you think it's a nice day. Again, these 3 pages, if you could get these 3 pages, the raw source pages, on the wall somewhere, in a studio that's making a lot of money, in somebody's office, somebody who's done a really good job, you buy them these 3 pages as a token of your gratitude. Because this is awesome. Get up, Loop. We're taking a walk. 100 Bullets, Chapter 4, Our Man in the Ravine. Written by Brian Azzarello, illustrated by Eduardo Risso. Patricia Mulville is the colorist, Clem Robbins the letterer, Dave Johnson covers, KCC is the assistant editor, and Will Dennis the editor on this issue by Vertigo Comics. 100 Bullets, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Yes. Javier? Yes. I've just received news that concerns me. That's not surprising. I imagine most news does, being who you are. Well, I'd like to know why. I have no idea. Perhaps your inflated ego might, though. This is Javier Vasco on a headphone, out in the garden. And then here we get Augustus Medici on his own Bluetooth. Remember those fucking obnoxious bullshit things? Abe Rothstein is dead. Professionally, from what I've been told. Are you saying you had nothing to do with it? Why would I? So you are responsible. In God's name, Augustus, we had an agreement. We've had many, and you disagreed 10 minutes after making them. Christ, Javier, after all these years, I know you only think of yourself, what's best for you. That puts me in rather elite company, doesn't it? I had nothing to do with Rothstein's death, though I don't disagree with whoever did. Of course you don't. It's simple. Fuck Phil Graves, or he will fuck you. It's that simple. Really. Really that simple. He feels fucked. He's always felt fucked. Why do you think that? Because he's done what you asked. I don't follow you. No, nor I you. This is personal. These guys don't like each other. Javier Vasco doesn't approve of the way Augustus Medici does things. But we're talking about people. This is an interesting, I've thought about this a lot after the first time I heard this analogy. When people are living together, when people are in a partnership together, when people are in a relationship, and I've thought about this a lot, this especially applies to relationships with artists. We're all artists when it comes down to our personality, when it comes to our living habits, when it comes to our enjoyments, our judgments, which is really what our enjoyments boil down to. They're the things we know a lot about, and we take pleasure in that knowledge, and then we enjoy other people's efforts, especially when their knowledge is put on display and it's proficient and musical and uplifting. And that's what this comic is. The execution of this comic is that. Look at how smooth this flows. There hasn't been one hitch so far. Not one L cut, not one character speaking out of turn, not one character speaking out of character. Everything makes perfect sense, even though I don't necessarily like these rich guys. They are exactly who they are. They're perfect for who they are. And this is what I wanted to talk about. In a relationship, let's say there's a lot of little things that you don't see eye to eye on. One thing may be cleanliness. Now, this especially applies to people who are living together, but it's about order versus chaos on different social constructs, cleanliness being one of them. The way you manage your affairs is another one. The way you speak to people is one. The language that you use is one. Your punctuality is order versus chaos, right? Someone who's always on time resents people who aren't, because people who aren't don't take other people's feelings into consideration. But people who aren't on time are very often caught up in artistic pursuits. There's a story about Rob Liefeld being late for a Tom Cruise meeting, and Tom Cruise was furious. This goes parallel to a girlfriend being more clean than her boyfriend. But now you got to understand, this isn't binary. This isn't half empty, half full either. It's a continuum, a gradation, say a scale of 1 to 10. And guys' cleanliness is a 2 or a 3. Maybe some guys are at a 4 or a 5. But say your girlfriend is a 6 or a 7 or a 9 when it comes to cleanliness. Let's say she's a 6 and you're a 4, right? That's about as close. That's a sloppy girl and a clean guy, right? There's still going to be that 2-degree overlap where things are messier than she likes them, but they're not messy enough for you to give a shit. For you to care, they have to get down to a 4. For her to get pissed, they have to get to a 5, which is just below her comfort zone. For you, they have to get to a 3, really, for you to do something about it. 4, you start to get mad. So when it gets down to a 5, she starts to get mad. When it gets down to a 4, she's mad enough to say something. And you, if it got just a little bit messier, you'd be mad enough to say something. You're already noticing it at 4. So when she gets mad, you can see it and immediately start to clean up. But if you're at a 3 and she's at a 7, your relationship is never going to work out, because she's going to be mad when it's messy at 5 and you still don't give a shit, right? And that goes for all kinds of things in life. How you dress, punctuality, your language, the work you do for a living, right? So Javier Vasco and Augustus Medici may have some things, they agree on murder, just how often and how trivial, they don't always overlap the same there, right? There's some cases where Javier would agree that it's necessary. Say Augustus Medici believes that killing Javier's father is necessary, and Javier didn't agree with him, right? Their overlap didn't. Maybe Javier liked his dad, and Augustus didn't care for his parents. So Benito, being a chip off the old block, this panel right here, maybe his overlap, maybe he's getting tired of having Megan flaunted in his face. I don't know. I haven't read these issues before, so let's see what happens. So we're changing the page because Gustus Medici said, nor I you. That was the last line. Click. They hang up on each other. And is this a page we need? Here we go, though. Here we have Augustus Medici outside he's got to change his habits, right? He's outside the Domino Hall in Miami, and he can't go there and hang out because he can't be surrounded by armed guards the way Javier Vasco is in his orchard, right? They like different things. Javier, you son of a bitch. So he's fucked up his life. He's fucked up his day. Fucking up his day is equivalent to fucking up his life when you're that rich, right? Benito, contact Lono. Tell him we're going to Seattle. Now, this is Graves talking to Dizzy. But that's where Javier Vasco is, right? That's where Graves had his meeting. They were up in the Space Needle when that car rolled down the ravine. Our man in the ravine, right? Is that what this is? Let's get to the end of it. Now, here we have, this is Joe Rothstein's Alleyway, which is beautifully illustrated. Wow. He put some time into this one. But there's not much to say, so we're moving on. Shit. What? I stepped in it. What? Shit. What kind? I don't know. We're in the fucking woods. Animal shit. Les, you didn't crap yourself and have it roll down your leg, did you, brother? Fuck you. I mean, that would be a solid last... solid. I mean, that would be a solid last act of defiance, getting your shit on my shoes. I'll have to remember that. Walk. Yo, Gravy. What's up, dog? I ain't your dog, motherfucker. I'm your motherfucking boss. It's all right, it's all right. What's up, boss? You speak at Pitt's crew? I am as we speak, and they ain't snitching. You really threaten to drop some shit? Fuck yeah. I'm talking serious fuck with me shit. Hardcore shit, dog. Boss. Get paid? I offered. And still? And nah. Damn, little brothers be tough. Put one on for me. Yo, Keen. So Keen is one of these kids' names. I thought that was a shortcut for calling each other King. Like Kangs. Keen. My name is Leon. You know what that means? I understand you needing to protect Pippin. I do. And I respect that, and you for doing it. It's admirable. But son, you should know, his moms gave his ass up. So I don't need for you to tell me where dog is hiding. But I do need you. So what went down in Atlantic City? You think Graves was lying to us? Nah, but I'm pretty damn sure he wasn't telling us all the truth. Or, and this is what really has me kind of pissed off, he created the truth. He manipulated events and people into a place that he needed them at. And he didn't do it alone. How you know that? Because it would have been impossible. He's got juice, but not that kind. Not yet, anyway. You know, Jack, you're right. And they're looking at Loop, right? Who's Loop loyal to? Graves, Lono, his dad? Who the fuck is Loop loyal to? It is a nice day. Fucking taking a walk out in the sun after this son of a bitch tried to kill me. Didn't he? Lono told him to. Loop, Lono tell you to fucking kill me? Answer him. He said, kill the motherfucker before he kills you. Guess you fucked that, huh? I'd say so. I'd say you fucked it royal. Walk. No. No more walking, Loop. Run. Bam! Magnificent art. Look at how good that looks. And it's just enough. It's not too much. It's not too much. It's just enough. God of War, Kratos. Yo, Pip, that you, Keen? Yeah, son, it's me. Bring me some victuals. You know it. How you holdin'? For true? I'm real scared. Bam! Bam! I fucked up. I know. Serious, I fucked up. Yeah, well, you didn't get the job done. The job? Fuck the job, hear me? I fucked up. I'm fucked. Bam, 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 bam. Shooting all the bullets they got at Loop and not hitting them on purpose. Because you know Jack could if he wanted to. We've seen him do it before. What did he shoot out of the air some issues ago? A picture? I think someone threw a picture up in the air and Jack hit it twice. Click, click. Jesus H, what the fuck you trying to do here, Hijack? Why don't you just send up a flare? Let every hillbilly and his sister know where we are. Jack drops the guns and kicks Cole in the head. 5-0. I know. They gonna gun me down. Nah, they ain't. I got your fucking back. Bad news. Gravy been round? Hell yeah. Motherfucker's hangry. Shit's all blowed up. Nigga you smoked was really good at school and shit. I fucked up. Stop saying that. Remember that time in second grade? Second grade was long ago. That time you was in the shit for drawing all nasty-ass pictures on the board when Miss Lynch was out the room. Them giant pussies and that dude with the dick, big as he was. Frankenstein. What? It was Frankenstein with the big dick. Come to stick it up all the motherfucking pussies. Come to stick Frankenstein with that big dick. Come to stick it up all the motherfucking pussies there was. Ms. Lynch dragged my ass straight down to the principal's. He says I was going to be kicked out of school, brought me right back to class so he could see the evidence with his own eyes. But there weren't none. I erased everything. That made me feel like Michael. Like you was my Pippin. That made me feel like Michael. Like you was my Pippin. Keen, I never tell no one this. I ain't named after Pippin the Baller. I'm named after Pippin the Prince. My mom's favorite video was a story about a boy trying to get happy. At the end, he did, but didn't do the same for me. Bam! This ain't my fault. You heard what you wanted to hear, but you don't listen. This was on my boss's order, right? I didn't, and I still don't feel good about it. So this is Jack talking. And wait till you see what he's got to say. This is some Samurai Ronin shit right here. You know why? Because he didn't ask me to do the job, Cole. Ronin, what the fuck you think Graves is, asshole? So, Samurai does whatever he's asked. Obedience without question is the rule. It's the only rule. It's the number one rule. In war, in business, business is war, right? In family. Air. This looks like the Kaylee Kuko show, although the first thing I noticed is way too much cross-hatching on the faces. You don't need to shade faces like this, and I'm learning as much from bad examples as I am from good examples. I would have tried to shade the suit like this. I think I need to work on shading with value shading, which is where you sort of smudge the values out. I need to work on the smudging first and then go back and do that with cross-hatching. And that's the method I'm going to develop as soon as I do get back to doing art. All day today I was in the 3D game. I've got some good stuff in there, and we have the jumping and diving working, only not on the magnetic tracks. Right now it works on objects, but not on the tracks. So it's only a few more bits of code to get it working on the magnetic track, I hope. Anyhow, this is a fight on a flight with the Kaylee Kuko character getting in between some people and some drama and some nonsense. It looks like a romance, some kind of romance. But no one cares, right? It's pretty meaningless. And why do romance comics exist? I don't know. All right, anyhow. Let's see. The art is okay, but it's too much in the face, too many lines in the face, and I didn't look who was drawing it either. I should have. All right, 100 Bullets, 92. See you guys tomorrow.